Hello friends and my dear students. Today we will be discussing Francis Bacon's essay of travel. I think you might have heard about this essay a lot and might have also heard many quotations given by Francis Bacon. Now let's analyze who Francis Bacon was. He was a statesman, he was a scientist, he was a philosopher, and of course he was an author. And as you all know, that he is generally known as the father of the English essay. By 1625, when the version of Travel appeared in the third edition of Essays of Counsels, Civil and Moral, European travel was already a part of the education of many young aristocrats. What advice Bacon gives to the present day traveller in his essay of travel? He says, keep a diary. Secondly, he says, rely on a guidebook. Thirdly, he says, learn the language. And fourthly, he says, avoid the company of fellow countrymen. These are very essential tips which we need to keep in mind when we decide to be a traveler. He begins his essay by saying, travel in the younger sort is a part of education. In the elder, it is a part of experience. Well said and well stated by Bacon. Overseas travel during Bacon's time wasn't something just anyone could do it. It took longer to get somewhere. So once there you are, you were going to stay for a while. Bacon's point is to draw on others' knowledge of the place before you go, so you don't have to end up being exhausted and you end up walking around blindfold and not able to fully understand the place while you experience it. He also advises people to keep a journal of what they see and experience, which is a good advice as well. Trips last only so long and memories of the finer details can fade, and this happens with everybody. If you write them down, though, you will be able to re-experience the trip later through your first impression eyes. And don't just write down a few things on the way over there and then drop it. Keep it up through your trip, where you will be seeing new things all the time. See historical buildings where courts of princes or courts of justice took place. See churches, see monasteries, see monuments, see town walls, see fortifications, see harbors and shipyards, see ruins and colleges and libraries. You might be able to see fencing demonstrations or horse shows, though nowadays you are likely not to run into many capital executions. You can take in plays and attend talks, see artifacts, and do whatever other activities of interest your guide or your friend recommend. That is a must for a traveler. So what wonderful, beautiful tips Bacon is giving to us about being a wonderful and enjoyable traveler, a traveler who enjoys his journey. Besides language tutoring and advice from a friend, Bacon also advises that you want a good guidebook to help you to get around, which is still perfectly a good advice today. So why don't we follow this advice? He also advises us to not spend too long in any one place, not even in the same part of the town. Try out different parts of the town, different sections of the country, different small places of the country. And of course, he says, don't isolate yourself with your traveling group or people from your home country. Interact with the locals. Get advice from residents of the place you are visiting on what to see and do and where to eat. Your travel will be richer for if it follow locals' recommendations, because you will find places that you might not otherwise have found. some advice never go out of style. So the best thing that he says is go around with the local people, just have fun and learn, because traveling, of course, is like a teacher. You have ample experiences when you travel. Upon your return, as Bacon points out, your friends aren't going to want to hear you go on and keep on narrating about your trip, because nobody is interested in learning this experience. But of course, they are interested in what kind of unique experiences you had. So, neither shall you discard your previous way of life and completely adopt the customs of the place you have just returned from, but definitely do learn from your experience and incorporate knowledge and practices that you have picked up to make your life better at home. So, what here Bacon basically says, he's saying that why don't we learn from our traveling experiences? Learn in the sense that we can turn our lives quite enriching, quite better, and it could be an everlasting learning experience for us. Because, of course, as I already said, and again I'm saying that traveling is your best teacher, because we learn a lot while we travel. Our mind opens to variety of horizons and to varieties of people we meet. So we also interact with the outlooks of those people, their mindset, the traditions, their customs, their way of living, and all these things just create a kind of a curiosity and anxiety into our minds, and that definitely going to make our lives richer, ornamental, and beautiful. Thank you.